Am I live? I think I'm live. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brady from Hellyeah. Just checking in. Josh, thanks for having me on. Cassie, what's up? How you guys doing? Real Jake Cross. Jake, what's up, buddy? Man, thanks to Josh for having me on this page. This is cool, man. These guys are always so awesome with the support and the love for the band. We always appreciate you guys down there in Aussie land. We're hoping to get down there soon. What's up? Superman for life. Chug some beer. I used to chug a lot of beer back in the day. Jeremy, what's up, dude? How are you? Yeah, man. So let's chat. You guys got questions? Let me answer some questions for you. Let's talk about anything. Talk about guitars, talk about music, talk about the band. I know. Cassie, we want to get down there soon again, for sure. We miss you guys. You guys are really awesome down there. Josh, that's your personal account, right? Okay. I still used to chug a lot of beers back in the day. I've been good, man. I've been good. Just dealing with this craziness like everybody else. This whole thing is nuts, right? Quarantining at home for the most part, unless the weather's nice. I'll jump on the bike and take a ride a little bit. That's been keeping my sanity. Spend some time in the studio, all of that. But a lot of family time, a lot of time with the pups, so that's good. I swear there's an unprecedented number of dogs all around the world right now that are just loving this quarantine. They're like, "What are you guys doing home all the time? This is great." Oh, that's a good Scott the Redneck Johnson. What's up, buddy? That's a good question, Cassie. Out here in Vegas, it's affecting things in a different way than a lot of people probably think. There's a lot of working musicians out here in Vegas, including myself. I've done that for years. I've picked up gigs out here and done shows and done, all kinds of stuff out here. So it's completely quiet right now. All of the casinos are closed. Any gigs that were happening were canceled. A lot of people are out of work, as are a lot of people around the country. So my heart goes out to everybody struggling right now. It's going to take a minute. We got to get through this. We got to get past this COVID-19 thing. It's nuts. I worry about my father. I worry about a lot of people's parents and grandparents. My father's 86, and he has COPD from when he smoked for years when he was younger, and so he's in the high risk category. I'm looking out for him. The best thing we can do, I guess, right now is just kind of stay home and do what people are telling us to do, and just be careful. Wash your hands a lot, sanitize things a lot, wipe things down with disinfectant wipes. But I think the music industry is going to take time to bounce back. I think tours are, everything's being postponed right now. We're all waiting to see what happens. I know there's a lot of optimism. I know there's talk of, I know the president's office down here talked about wanting to be up and running again by Easter. I don't see that happening personally, but I love the optimism. I think it's going to take a minute for this thing to peak and to subside and the warmer weather to get here. I don't even know if that's a thing. They say it's supposed to not live in hot temperatures, so I guess we'll find out. I know you guys have it down in Australia, and it's your summer down there, so I really don't know what the truth of all of that is. But one thing I can tell you is we're all anxious to get back out there. We're all anxious to come and tour and play shows. And what's up, everybody? I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just trying to answer these questions. But thanks for jumping on, everybody. Rory Marshall, Smitty Smith 78. Yep. We'll get there. We'll get back out there. That's all I can say. I know these festivals are being postponed, and and tours, and I just think it's gonna, unfortunately, it's just everybody's losing work, so that's what I feel the worst about. LV Metal, what's going on, man? Is that Jay, right? I think I've talked to you before. Dean Guitars. I actually got when I joined the band, Vinny put me in touch with them. He was with D Drum, which is through Dean Guitars, and the same company anyway. And so he put me in touch with Josh out there and at Dean, and he's our rep, Josh Maloney. He's the man. If he's on here, love you, bro. And they are just amazing over there. I had I think we sat on the phone for about 45 minutes and chatted and kind of got to know each other a little bit and hit it off. And they've just been amazing. They've taken care of me since day one, and they build great quality instruments. And I love my Deans, and I love their company, and I love everybody there. Evan, after Elliot, Evan's father, passed away, rest in peace. He took over the company, and he's just been doing an amazing job. And so everybody out there at Dean is fantastic. Dan, who runs the shop down there, the master builder. Dan, what's up, buddy? If you're there, Champagne Carlene, how you doing? Thank you, Roy. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm a lucky man. Yeah, so that's how I got started with Dean, and I'm grateful for those guys and what they do. They're incredible. If anybody, I know there were some questions that people posted on the, in response to the post I put up. I'm live right now, so I can't. Actually, I might be able to get on my computer and look at some of those questions on Facebook at least. Let me see if I can get to some of those. God, I never go on Facebook on my computer anymore. So weird, right? Kimberly Kelly, you asked me what my favorite brand of guitar strings is. I use Diodario. They make incredible strings. I love their product. Any of their strings are great. Their regular ones are great. I use the NYXLs, and they have a new. We have a new line out too. I forget what it's called, but I just tried those recently, and they're amazing. So yeah, Diodario. Shout out to everybody over there. To John Capoiola at Diodario always takes care of us really great. So they're awesome. Zach Attack, Zach Hennig in the house. What's up, bro? Another great guitar player. Yeah, I agree. Great strings. Okay, cool. Thanks, Josh. Let's see. I'm looking at a few on Facebook here as we go. Let's see. Sherry Murray asked me who inspired me. Goodness. Boris, Boris, that's a Ray Mayorga question. That's a great question. I'll get to that in just a minute. So hang tight on that, and I'll answer that in just a second. As far as inspirations go, there's actually, I'll tell you the story. My first inspiration as a guitar player, I was probably about 10. We had a family friend by the name of RJ Fox, 2 X's on the end of that, FOXX, and he lives here in Vegas. He's a classical flamenco player who studied in Spain at the School of Segovia for many years. When I was a kid, he had just come back to town, and he was a friend of our family. He used to come to the house and have dinner with us. My mom would make dinner, and we'd catch up and hang out, and he would bring his guitar, and he would play for us. And it was just incredible. He's an incredible musician. If anybody not familiar with that style of playing, it's just beautiful. And I used to just sit there watching him play, mesmerized. And my dad at one point asked me if I wanted to take lessons, and I said yeah. And that's kind of the rest is history from that. But as far as inspirations later on in the rock world, Eddie, of course, was a big one for me. I saw Van Halen when I was 14 here in Vegas. I was front row right in front of Eddie, and that was kind of the moment I think I decided that I wanted to do this for the rest of my life. It was just such an amazing thing to witness, and and I just couldn't get enough of the guitar at that point in my life. I still can't. I still love it. So he was a big one. Randy Rhoads was a huge one. Stevie Ray Vaughan. There's so many great players. It's hard to even remember all the influence I've had growing up over the years. I used to love Nuno's playing. Nuno Betancourt, amazing guitar player. God, I can't even think of everybody, but those are some main influences for sure. Tell your pops hi. Steve, what's up, buddy? How are you? Ray Mayorga. So he was a very good friend of everybody in the band. I had met him a couple of times at a couple of festivals that we played with Stone Sour, but everybody else in the band knew him really well, and he was actually really close friends with Vinny. They knew each other very well, and they had toured together a bunch back in the day when he was in why is the name escaping me? Anyway, he had toured with his band had toured with Pantera, and they had spent a lot of time together, so they knew each other really well. So it just was a good fit. It was already kind of a family vibe, and he's a beast of a drummer, and it just we got together and it just worked. And so we were fortunate and lucky enough to have him in the mix, and that he wants to play with us and loves being involved. So and I've gotten to know him very well since he started playing with us, and he's just a fantastic guy, just a really good guy, really great hang, and awesome. So yeah, Whitey Montana. Pete, what's up, buddy? Thanks, man. I figured why not, right? Nothing but time right now, and I got nobody to shave for, so the beard's growing in. Rory, yeah, there was talk of Hellyeah trying to get out to Australia. In fact, we had our management and agents working on that, trying to find the right opportunity to get down there. As you know, it's an expensive endeavor to get down there, and so we were looking for the right package, the right situation to get down there. And I'm not going to say that we won't get down there still. This whole thing kind of really put a slowdown on a lot of touring and situations. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens next, but we definitely do want to get down there. We miss you guys a lot. We love you guys down there. We always appreciated all the support you give us. So an answer to that, hopefully, yeah, we would love to get down there. We're gonna work on that. Let's see, other questions. It's weird. I got to keep pulling that up every time. Frankie Lewis asked me when I'm playing in Vegas again. I think every musician is wondering when any of us are going to be playing in Vegas again. I don't know yet. I really don't know. Everybody's closed right now. All the clubs, all the casinos, House of Blues is closed. Vamped, famous rock club out here owned by Danny Coker from Count's Customs, Counting Cars show. He's a dear friend of mine, and his wife Corey. They run Vamped out here. Corey Coker. Amazing people, amazing club. One of my favorite rock clubs in the entire world. And they're shut down right now, and they're the biggest supporters of one of the biggest supporters of the scene out here. So hopefully within the next couple of months we're going to see things getting back to normal a little bit, and that we'll be able to play some shows again. Let's see. See if I can find my post and see if I can get some more questions off of there. Here we go. Here's some comments. Let's jam. How about that? Mike Rush. Ha! Right on, man. I'm always down. I love playing guitar. So it's any excuse to put that in my hands. Oh, hello, Dennis. How you doing, buddy? Dennis over at KOMP Radio. Just saw him pop on. He's the big rock station out here in Vegas. They're amazing. Smitty Smith. So what's more fun, small venues or big ass gigs? Big ass gigs. I'm not sure what an ass gig is. A big ass gig. Just kidding, man. You know what? I love them both equally for completely different reasons. You know, the small gigs are great because they're intimate and you're really close with people and up in their faces. You really feel that energy. But there's also it's such an incredible feeling when you're playing on a big stage in front of tens of thousands of people. The adrenaline rush from that is just unbelievable. So um, they're both incredible for different reasons, for sure. Let me scroll back. There was a question I wanted to see here. Adrian, what's up, dude? Uh, what's up, Josh? Is that you? Yeah, what's up, brother? We got Josh down from in Australia. He runs this page for the Hellyeah fan page down there, and he's I just jumped him on live to chat as well. Um, good to chat with you, bro. Adrian, you're funny, man. That's a great question or a great comment. Love you, bro. Good to see you. Congratulations on the book. Adrian Rosenbush just wrote a book about he's a MMA trainer and cut man and uh, Amazon. You can get it for Kindle. I think they have paperback editions as well. Adrian, what's the name of the book again, man? Type that up. I'll plug it for you. See if he pops that up. Josh, what's going on, man? You there? Ha, does your neck get tired from headbanging sometimes? Well, it does happen. Yeah. Believe it or not, we all stretch out really well before the show. About an hour before the show, we start stretching out, loosening up, warming up on the guitar, just getting ready for the gig. So if I don't do that, yeah, I definitely feel it. And it takes a couple of shows to get back into the swing of things as well. So Adrian Rosenbush's book, The Secret Roadmap for Cut Men and Cut Men and Cut Women. It's killer. It's got more than just in there. There's a lot of he's been very successful as of late, and I'm really proud of him for doing that, man. And he talks about that in his book, and he's a very inspiring guy. So check that book out if you get a chance. Uh, Dennis, I think you asked if what solo I would love to play. What was that? I missed it. Hold on, I'm going back. What solo do you wish you knew how to play? That's a good question, man. I always sit down from time to time and learn different stuff just to keep my hands busy and keep the brain moving and I mean I've grown up with so many influences in guitar. So I think recently I just sat down and relearned some Randy Rhoads stuff because it was the anniversary of his death, and maybe I'll make a video and post some stuff up of that. There's a lot of them I have learned over the years and forgotten probably. Anything by Eddie is probably brilliant. I think one I never learned was Drop Dead Legs. I think the outro solo of that is incredible. It's one of my favorites of his. He was in a big Holdsworth phase around that time in his career, and you can really hear the influence in his playing on that kind of the reckless abandon phrasing that Holdsworth was famous for. That's an amazing one for sure. Hired Gun Max. Yep, quarantine beard. Why not, right? Oh, hold on. Josh, if you want to jump back on, man, I'll tag you back in. Um, Superman for Life. Remember you guys meeting in El Paso? Nearly missed the show, but thanks to Scott Long. Yeah, Scott Long. Crab cakes. I love that. I love that guy, man. I miss him. I haven't seen him in a minute. I hope he's doing well. Jeremy's baby girl, 1998. Good afternoon. How are you? Yeah, we're doing our best to stay safe. That's for sure. What's my favorite Hell Yeah song? That's a good question. They all mean something a little different. They all have special meanings. Leap of Faith off of Undeniable is one of my favorites. That's actually that's actually the very first thing, that solo section, that whole section is the first thing I ever tracked with the band, the first recording I ever did with them. And it was me and Vinny and Kevin Churko, our producer, we worked on that and put that together. And so that's got a special place in my heart for sure. And the, uh, the solo section, oh my God, off the new record is one of my favorites as well. And that, that solo section is something that Vinny and I worked on the night before he passed at my house. I have a studio here at my house. It's actually what I'm sitting in right now. And he was over at my house. We spent about 4 hours in my studio that night, and we reworked that whole section, and that's what ended up being on the album. And that was the last moment I got to share with him. So it means a lot to me. That song and that section mean a lot to me. I cherish that. That I'm so grateful that I had that minute with him. We miss him so much every day, and it's hard sometimes. It's hard a lot of times without him, but we're figuring it out. Chazzer F17. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, the Say Yes to the Dress thing was pretty incredible. We had gotten engaged and put up some posts about that, and just got contacted by them to see if we would want to submit for it. So we did, and we got chosen to be the couple out of Nevada. There were thousands of entries, and I think maybe like 100,000 entries or something. And we got picked to be the couple. So you know, I think all the grooms in that show were just the accessories, man. The girls, they got to live the dream. They got to go pick the dress out at Kleinfeld and the whole experience. So it just was, she loves that show, and so I was just grateful that she got to be involved in that and get the dress and do the whole thing. She looked incredible. I'll never forget that image when she came out to the top of the steps and I saw the dress for the first time. She was just incredibly beautiful. And like I said, I'm a very lucky man. So, but thank you for that. Really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. We met a lot of great people during that whole thing too. The band is doing okay through all of this. We're just biding our time and waiting like everybody else. It's killing us not to play. We're postponing the tour, unfortunately, the April-May tour we were supposed to do, but it's not canceled. We're looking at dates right now. I think that's why we haven't made an official announcement yet, because we're trying to wait and see when we can look at another potential routing to get out there. But we're gonna do this tour. It might be later in the summer, maybe around July, just depending on when they give us the clear to do it. So we're definitely jonesing to get out and play again. We were looking forward to doing that. First show was supposed to be April 18th out here in Vegas, and now that's going to have to wait. So we're all definitely bummed to not be together playing. Let's see here. Oh, there you're requesting again. Go live with Chug Some Beers. Josh, you there? Josh, you there? There he is. I got him back. What's up, buddy? Yeah, cool, man. Let's do that. I'm trying to scroll through and catch a majority of them, but as I answer them, I keep getting more, and I keep getting lost in the feed here. Okay. All right. Well, that's an interesting question. To be honest with you, I don't do jack shit to my hair. I don't straighten it. I don't put anything in it. I don't know. I don't know. honestly, my hair's straight, so I don't straighten it. I don't really do much to it at all. So I'm sorry I can't be more more healthy than that. I guess